So, we packed up our 4Runner and fit everything together like a puzzle and drove many miles to the Oregon coast for our family of four's adventure. And it did not disappoint. In fact, it exceeded our expectations. We're about to cross into Oregon officially. This is Daniel's first time in Oregon. We are gonna find some pizza at Zola's on the Water. I love their logo, it's fun.
The artichoke hearts just on the top. That'll do it for you? Yep. Alright, just get your name. Steve.
Tsunami here that came all the way from an earthquake in Japan.
Whoa.
So it says the different colors represent different wave heights. Note the red finger reaching out toward the Pacific Northwest.
Pizza with a view. Pesto chicken from Zola's. Best pizza ever.
Ready to eat.
We are entering Harris Beach State Park where we get to spend the night. This is crazy amazing. Harris Beach State Park is north of Brookings, the banana belt of Oregon, and Easter lily capital of the world. The park was named after a Scottish settler who raised sheep and cattle here in the 1880s. The park is one of the best, with a beautiful, rugged coastline. The setting sun with the giant sea stacks made this location absolutely spectacular and hard to top. This is my highlight already. I love it here. It is gorgeous. From our campground, it's just a walk down to the beach from Harris Beach State Park. And we're trying to figure out which one to go to see tide pools and find some cool shells. Boys are really excited to play at this beach, and I have to say that it's gonna take a lot to top this beach. This beach is amazing. Looking around for cool things, the boys are. Big waves coming. This is Bird Island, which is the largest island in the state and the largest seabird rookery. I do see some birds flying around there by the cliffs. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Our own private beach. There is not a single person over here. This is great. It's so important to know the tide tables here in Oregon, especially if you want to go tide pooling and for just being safe. In order to protect the tide pool organisms, it's important to walk on bare rocks or sand whenever possible, to touch the tide pool creatures carefully, and to put them back in their home as soon as possible. Also, the rocks can be slippery, so be extra careful of your footing.
I see little guys scampering out all over the place.
It really blends in.
Uh-huh.
Those are some big waves. Oh my gosh.
I found this crab. Found some hermit crabs.
There's 2 of them. You're gonna put them in where?
A habitat.
Your habitat?
Yeah, I got some more.
Tell me about the habitat.
We found this hole in the ground and we're putting crabs in it. Yeah, hermits. They're fighting. They're fighting? Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Hey, you knocked me over. No, you knocked me over. More hermits. She's coming in. See how many there is, Daddy?
It's a bunch, huh? Show them to me when you get them.
My Rockaway.
Fun.
Are you gonna count them?
Yeah, I have 67 hermit crabs.
Oh my gosh.
I'm releasing the
Back
hermit
in.
crabs.
Packing up to leave. Gotta pack up camp and find another cool place.
Running late as usual.
Running late.
Never happens.
Another adventure.
Find another adventure, David said. And find another adventure is what we did.
Gold Beach. That was
Where are we going?
Gold Beach. That was Brooklyn. That was Gold Beach.
We're headed down to Samuel H. Boardman Scenic Corridor. It is it is the most scenic place along the coast, allegedly. Driving down to Whales Head Beach. You can drive right down to it. How crazy is that? And this is where we're gonna eat our lunch. Does it get any better? Look at that. We might get distracted and spend too long here. Which picnic table should we go to?
That's one. My instincts are telling me I'm down to
This is awesome.
She still can't see it.
We're hoping to find sea glass, but we'll see.
Feeds my soul all the gold I could need.
Look at all this black sand.
This whole time I've been searching for the wrong thing. She's my captain, she's the sea. She's the sun on my back, baby, believe me. She's my captain, she's the sea. She's the sun on my back, baby, believe me.
Whoa, that's huge.
Yeah.
Found my heart in my mind, fighting for my bones.
Heading north out of the Samuel H. Boardman State Scenic Corridor along the PCH, we drove over Oregon's tallest bridge, the Thomas Creek Bridge, before stopping for another hike. Built in 1961, the bridge towers 345 feet above Thomas Creek. Our half-mile hike to the Natural Bridges viewpoint was only minutes away from the bridge. We're searching for the Natural Bridges Trail, which is famous for a good viewpoint of seeing the natural bridges, which is basically what I gather a collapsed sea cave. This is really steep, a little more than I bargained for, but we're doing it.
Pretty neat view.
We made it. Natural bridges. It is crazy to think that people walk out on top of that for their Instagram photo. No thank you.
Another
Yep.
another bridge
Yeah,
over
another.
there. Hard to see, it's behind the tree. Yeah, definitely a steep trail. Bring your trekking pole. You know, the ones we have in the car.
Yeah. We were trying to be quick, and I didn't think it would be this steep. But when it said steep and dangerous, I guess I should have listened to that. It was really steep, sliding down mud with roots, and we left our trekking poles in the car.
Crystal's on her harrowing climb back to the car after her discovery of how to get to the
The purse is like a handicap.
perched on the top of an ocean cliff to get a picture. Kind of steep.
She's my captain, she's the sea. She's the sun on my back, she's everything. She's my captain, she's the sea. You're the sun on my back, babe, believe me, believe me. I will go with you. Watch the ocean kiss the
We are entering the outskirts of Gold Beach. The boys are hoping to strike it rich somewhere. We'll see.
The morning paints the scene. We're the fire, we're the glow. We found love, we won't let go. In the twilight of the night, see the colors burst in the sky. Watch the world fade away. We're wild.
We got almost sand ready. And now we're gonna get some water.
I'm glad we have our rain boots on.
She feeds my soul all the gold.
You
I
swish it
could
around a
be.
bunch, right? Because the gold will settle at the bottom.
This whole time
gotta
I've been
swish it a lot.
searching for the wrong thing.
Here's I struck it rich in Oregon. I don't think it's gonna buy dinner though.
Oh,
It's like the size of a head of a needle.
Look what I found. I found a dead starfish. This. Giant crab carter.
seeing Pacific Harbor seals was such a nice surprise. We met a lady who had been staying in Gold Beach for a few weeks and had come out every day to say hi and wave at the seals.
They only hang out right there because they get their backwash of water. So I've been waving at them, and every day I bring the same jacket and wear the same thing.
We were stoked we had an opportunity to see two shy but curious seals because they can dive down over 1,500 feet and stay underwater for as long as 35 minutes. After delighting in the treasures of Gold Beach, it was time to head to our hotel to check in for the night. We're staying at the Pacific Reef Hotel in Gold Beach, and it looks like we have our own private balcony up here, which I am so excited about, with a view of the ocean. Oh my gosh, and it's beautiful weather. Do you want to show us where your bedroom is?
Yeah. We have another TV and a chair in the corner. And this is not, I don't know which one's mine, but I have anyone.
Big walk-in closet that we really don't need. We really don't, we're really not going to use up all this hanging space up here.
And that's Mommy and Daddy's bed.
Staying at several hotels throughout the trip helped us break up our campground stays and also get cleaned up. And we couldn't resist getting some fresh seafood for dinner. We are at the Porthole Cafe. It's our second option because our first option was closed. And we all got seafood.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you get?
Lamb chowder with crackers and toast. Yummy. I got fried shrimp and fries.
And Daddy and I got fish sandwiches.
Good. Low on it. Eat your fish before it's
Delicious. Nutritious.
My hands are so messy, but I think it's a sign that the sandwich is good, right?
Nice view.
Today rocked. Fun crabs, fun food, fun day.
We are running late, trying to get to our next destination, eating our grab-and-go breakfast in the car, and excited about the day, but it is cloudy, so we'll see what the day brings. We are going to go down the river today in a what?
Jerry's Road.
And what kind of boat is it? A jet boat.
Good morning.
Morning.
4 of you.
Yes.
We're going to put you in the back row.
Okay.
Close enough. How's everybody doing today? Right? You guys ready?
You guys ready? David?
Just,
Got your seatbelt on? There's no seatbelts. The sea lion is bidding us adieu. Are you ready for this? He said we're gonna go up to 50 miles an hour.
Let everybody on this button laugh at you. And take your picture when you do it.
Hold on to your hats, boys. Our boat trip started with a calm ride going under a bridge, which marked the beginning of our 7-hour, 104-mile round-trip adventure on the wild and scenic portion of the Rogue River, one of the first rivers included in the Wild and Scenic Rivers Act of 1968. The Rogue River flows 215 miles from Crater Lake National Park to Gold Beach, where our boat trip began. We're spinning!
You guys are doing great. Spin.
Well, let it be our guide. And if we hold on tight, we'll keep going till we reach new heights. Going further than we ever thought we could. Yeah, we're on to something good.
Going into the Copper Canyon.
Stop in here for stretch our legs.
He's got to take his potty break too.
It's got 4 Chevrolet 300 horsepower motors, so it's got about 1,200 horsepower. He said he can drive it in 6 inches of water. It's got a flat bottom.
6
and
inches of water.
No props in the back to get hung up on rocks or anything.
I don't think I caught the part that it was like a jet boat. like I knew that, but I don't think I realized that it was like riding on jet skis or something. Really curious what the rapids are gonna be like. I'm a little nervous for that. It's already been adventurous. It's supposed to be quite the experience in the front row, but we were the last ones on the boat, so we got the primo last row seats.
I don't mind it. I don't think there's a bad seat on the boat.
I don't think so either. I'm glad the seats are raised. And we're on the longest boat ride, which is 104 miles. I mean, we always have to do everything like, we gotta put everything in. We can't do it half-heartedly. We gotta do it. Yeah, we gotta go all in. So we're doing the rapids just after we stop here. We're heading back down to our boat to go on the rapids for 2 hours, Steve. We gotta stuff our faces with some snacks first because we don't want to do that while we're in the rapids. And we're off. Daniel wants to get wet, so we put rain pants on him. He wants to be in the splash zone. Class 3 rapids. Is that what he just said? Our boat typically went about 35 miles per hour, with speeds up to 50 miles per hour. To make sure the ride was extra exciting, our guide spun the boat in circles too. Could our grins get any bigger?
Arms up. Woohoo! Yes, wherever it's possible to try to give the raft traffic a late free pass.
Among the 500,000 visitors each year, we were not the only ones enjoying the Rogue, one of the longest rivers in the state. Our guide pulled over whenever we came upon rafters or kayakers seeking the thrill of the river like we were. The boat rides up the Rogue River are not always this exciting. The boats began running mail up the river in 1895 and still continue to deliver mail, making them one of the few remaining mail boats in the nation.
Paradise Falls.
Sing Fleetwood Mac, Reed and Kerouac with an old Kodak on the dashboard.
Double stairways.
Pines, Georgia on my mind, crossing state lines through the Gulf Shore, or a gateway to the west. Colorado's blessed. I'll invest my time in the gold rush. Put on your sunglasses, yeah, we're striking matches to all this madness behind us. There's no
So we're turning around because the rapids are too intense. We switched and David gets to sit on the end. We're going back through those rapids.
My glasses are wet again, and I got a refreshing drink from the river.
Gonna get some lunch?
Yes.
We get soda.
We survived the rapids and made it back to Agnes
Hit
for
barbecue,
lunch.
Rogue River hit meal. Ribs, you got beef brisket and pulled pork.
We're eating our barbecue meal that was included with our boat ride. What does the critic say?
Absolute 10.
10.
10 with soda.
Excellent. 10.
Soda has lots of soda.
And we even have a view
Also has lots of sugar.
of the Rogue River with our boat down below. I think we should get the cobbler for not stuffed.
Peach cobbler.
It's a berry cobbler. Daddy destroyed our blackberry cobbler and divvied it out into 4 bites.
Blackberry cobbler.
It's berry cobbler, blackberry,
It's $1.50 a little cup of cobbler.
$1.50.
Why didn't you just buy 4 cups of cobbler?
Yes, it should have.
Ice cream on it would have been better.
Right?
Soda.
But you were being cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to the boat. So far we saw bald eagles, ospreys, deer, salmon. What am I missing? Peregrine falcons, sea lions. That was my highlight, the sea lion at the beginning. That was,
Seeing us off.
yes. Boys ready to head back down? Yeah? After lunch, the sun came out, providing much needed warmth for our very windy ride back to the dock.
I'd like to thank everybody for riding along with me today. Hope you had a good time.
That lines the sky. We'll let it be our guide.
We turned around because we saw a really cool stop. So, looked like epic Oregon coast roadside pull-off. This reminds me of Hawaii, but we are in Oregon.
Incredible view.
This is my second favorite place here, tied with Harris Beach State Park. It is glorious. We just saw a bald eagle fly by. Oh, look at those cliffs. They're crazy pointed. Like over there. You want to stay here forever?
Let's pop a tent right here.
Port Orford, we made it. Took us forever because there's so many beautiful stops between Gold Beach and Port Orford. Note to self, come back and spend more time in this area because it is gorgeous. Turquoise waters, just big pointy sea stacks. It's smelling fishy here at the Port Orford dock. It says it can hoist 25 tons. Port Orford, where the mountains meet the sea, is home to one of the 6 dolly docks in the world. A dolly dock is where cranes lift boats out of the water onto trailers or dollies where they are stored. Late afternoon is a good time to see the port in action. It was definitely exciting for the boys. See anything? Show me what you see. Big crabs?
They're decent size. It's like this when I grow up.
Oh, yeah.
We went to Port Orford Crane Dock where they had like crab and fish. And we got to see guys toss it in, so I did a drawing on it.
After filling up the tank, we ventured to Cape Blanco State Park, our final stop for the day, the westernmost point in Oregon and second westernmost point in the contiguous U.S., after Cape Alava in Washington. We also happened to have campground reservations for the night. We are hoping there are not windy conditions like they've recorded here of a record 184 miles per hour. It looks like we're going through a tunnel of trees. It's like an illusion. This reminds me of Hawaii. I think Oregon is a cross between Hawaii and Alaska, I've decided. Cape Blanco has a feeling of remoteness at its very exposed location, jutting out into the Pacific Ocean. We feel like we're out in the middle of the ocean.
Because we are. On the edge of the ocean, anyway.
Oh my gosh, you have to see this rock. It is crazy! And it felt even more remote because we had this whole viewpoint entirely to ourselves. There wasn't a single person around. Does it get any better than this? Purple lupine flowers were covering the hillsides. Needle Rock, an impressive pillar, was protruding from the water. There were views all around us. It was absolutely beautiful. It was a good thing we enjoyed this incredible view because the next day held something much different. This is like a stellar sight. We have like our own forest. Cape Blanco ended up being our favorite campground of the whole trip because of the views, well-spaced sites, remoteness, and coastal trail behind the campsites. It was so peaceful and calm.
So we're making our first camp meal, and it's day, 5? So we've been cheating and eating out a lot. The surprising thing about this campground was that the cape is like, you can practically see it through the trees over here. Not quite, but it's where the sun's setting out there. It's pretty windy out at the cape, but in here with these big trees,
They're barely blowing.
yeah, we're totally sheltered from the wind. Pretty decent privacy from your neighbors, and a huge area for the boys to play at Site 41 here.
Good food. Delicious and nutritious.
This is an awesome campsite. I love this one. It just really feels remote, like we're on an island, but we're on a cape. Steve's trying to charge our fridge with the solar panel, but it doesn't have much sun today. So it is 49 degrees outside. And that top temperature is tracking the temperature of our fridge. It is quite cold here.
Yeah,
We are all bundled up.
I found a gigantic slug.
Is it on there or you put it on there?
I found it on the ground.
Oh my gosh. That is massive.
Waking up in Misty Island this morning. Got the ocean mist out here. All our handy gear, our camping conveniences to make life on the road a little easier.
We just had to check out the trail behind our campsite before packing up camp. We can hear the waves from our campsite, which is pretty cool. All night, hearing the ocean. We are heading out to check out the Cape Blanco lighthouse. You can't see the lighthouse. It's just it's just consumed by fog and clouds.
Can't even see the rock pinnacle that we saw.
No,
Just
you
off the
can't.
shore. No.
That's so sad. That just shows you how much the weather can change. Our campground was just a short drive to the lighthouse and then a half-mile walk.
There's the lighthouse. See that building? You can see the top of it.
The Cape Blanco Lighthouse, built in 1870, is the oldest standing lighthouse in Oregon and is situated 256 feet above the water. It is one of 11 lighthouses in the state. You can do tours of the workhouse, but we don't have time, so we're just going to run in the visitor center and be on our way. Before heading to our next destination, it was fun getting stopped by a family that was admiring our Forerunners accessories that Steve built.
All right. I love it. I took a couple pictures, so I hope that's all right.
Absolutely. Get some ideas.
Yeah.
For sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Said, hey, you don't have that gray 4Runner in the parking lot, do you? I said, yeah. He says, oh, I love that rear carrier. Who made it? I said, I did.
We are about to do something that I've always wanted to do, horseback riding. I've done it once before on a mule. I'm ready to do it on a horse. What are you feeling, David?
What do you think?
It's cool.
You're on a horse.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, hi. We're gonna go over a few things quick before we head to the beach. You want to remember your horse's name at all times, okay? Because I will, and all the rest of the guides here will call you by their names. We can't remember humans' names in a day, but we're pretty good at hollering at the horses. All the way to the beach, there is nice green grass, and it's like the kid walking through the candy store. You want to make sure you don't let them eat on the way out.
Riding horses on the beach in Oregon.
We did a 1-hour horseback ride with Bandon Beach riding stables, which we highly recommend. We rode on a trail for about 5 minutes before getting to beautiful Bandon Beach, where we rode for the rest of the time.
What do you think, David?
Good.
What's your horse's name?
Caesar salad.
Caesar Salad.
We turned around when we got closer to the rock formations, and the 1 hour was definitely not long enough, even for David's and Daniel's first time on a horse.
What do you think, Crystal?
Great. Awesome. Beautiful. Fun.
To ride horses right on the beach. Boys each have their own horse. Daniel's got the biggest horse out here, I think. Sabrina. Hey, Sabrina.
Yeah, now
Daniel, tell me what you think. What's your horse's name? Yeah, Texas. Is he a nice horse? Crystal's riding Derby up there. Find a snack on your way up.
Courage, being scared to death and saddling up anyway. That was David today.
I thought it was amazing.
I'm so glad, David. You were nervous.
Yeah.
I
It's
had
amazing.
so much fun with the fog and the rocks and the beautiful horses and their great guides at Bandon Beach Riding Stables. So I had Derby. Who did you have?
Caesar Sound.
You had Caesar? And who did you have?
Texas.
And who did
And
you
I have Sabrina.
And what did you think of it,
It's a
Daniel?
lot of fun.
Nice.
Nice time on the beach.
Nice time.
Could have done some more, huh?
We just couldn't get enough of Bandon Beach, so we had to go back on foot, and the fog was really rolling in, and we even spotted some white sand dollars. Really, really foggy. Can barely see Daddy out yonder. We drove to nearby Coquille Point for lunch. We're gonna see if we can eat over here. Sandwich assembly line. We're making sandwiches. Well, actually Steve is, but I'll just say we. We're making sandwiches for 3 days. So we need 12 sandwiches for the next 3 days. Easy peanut butter and jelly.
And if I to lead you home. Keep on running, keep on running.
Cosmo the Tufted Puffin, made from trash that's washed ashore, that dedicated artists have used to make into a work of art. Isn't it amazing? What do you like on it that you think is unique? A lighter? Wow. Hairbrushes, combs, shoes, rubber. Wonder what the eye is. Is it a piece of a light or something?
It looks like the bottom of a bottle. Bottom of a bottle.
In the town of Bandon, we visited the impressive, interesting, and informative Washed Ashore Gallery. Definitely worth a stop. We were given a very thorough tour of all the pieces in the gallery, and it was fun to get a sneak preview of the artwork when we saw the puffin at Coquille Point just beforehand. It was crazy to learn the decomposition rates for things like fishing line, 600 years, a styrofoam cup, 50 years, and a plastic bottle, 450 years.
So this is Tula the turtle. One last thing. This is what they call a ghost net. You see all sorts of sea life that get caught in it. What happens is the fishermen will, it'll get tangled up and it's cheap, so they just cut it off, and then it goes into the ocean, and then turtles, seals, dolphins, I lose track of all my marine life, but everything gets stuck in it, and it's not that great. Because they can't get out of it, and it usually takes somebody having to save them to figure it out. It is a sea dragon. Steve took about, 9 months to make.
So much work has been put into these pieces, from removing the debris from beaches to cleaning it with vinegar and then drilling holes, cutting wires, and stitching plastic together to create these unique and resourceful masterpieces. Nothing is painted. It is all the authentic coloring of the debris when it was washed ashore. It's such a neat and huge undertaking with lots of helping hands, and we definitely want to do our part by simply removing trash from beaches or trails when we run across it. Marine debris can be dropped off at a fisheries warehouse in Bandon or a real estate office in North Bend.
These blue bottles right here, the ones with the blue caps, actually came from the 2008 Beijing Olympics.
What?
And they were recovered from the beaches of Bandon and Port Orford. They're pretty thin. So what will happen is that they'll come in to wash up on shore, nobody will pick them up, and then the tide comes in and just go right back out. It just keeps recycling. So that's why it's important to pick things up if you see them out.
38,000 pounds of marine debris has been processed to make over 80 sculptures, and 95% of the debris is used to make the artwork. Some of their pieces are traveling exhibits at places like the Smithsonian.
And then this here is the rib cage of an adolescent humpback whale.
Whoa. I just couldn't leave their gift shop without bringing something home. I just bought some cereal earrings made out of cereal boxes, which is pretty crazy, and I just wanted to support a good organization. And I got eagles because we saw eagles yesterday. I wanted to get something that I liked. We are going north to the north coast. We're still, I think this is technically the south coast, I think, but we are headed north on the 101. Not really sure if this is the right way. We're trying to find the Yoakum Point State Park hike. No idea where we're at. We made it. What do we think the sign says?
Yoakum Point. Yoakum Point.
I think it's Yoakum Point.
Yoakum. Well, we're gonna go somewhere, whether it be Yoakum or Yoakum. Lead the way. Explorers. Ooh, it's like a cave. I found this 1 mile loop hike by accident when searching for area hikes on All Trails, and boy was I glad I did. Since there are a lot of social trails, it's definitely helpful to have the All Trails app help guide you.
It's a neat trail.
It smells like the ocean. I think that's my favorite part. There's lots of routes to trip on, so you gotta watch where you're going. And lots of trails that go off.
I like the foghorn in the distance and the nice wide trail.
There are so many short trails along the entire Oregon coast. Perfect mileage for young hikers. These must be the huge drop-offs. It's like a ways down there, and it really comes through. Look, there's a log down there. Although this particular hike is not recommended for real young ones because of all the scary unfenced drop-offs.
Very dangerous.
There were spectacular views from 2 overlooks, another magical place in Oregon. There is a beautiful lighthouse out there. I'm guessing it may be the Cape Arago lighthouse. Arago, something like that in the distance. Looks like it's on an island. David's being a good steward and found a can that he's gonna take back to our trash at the car, especially after seeing all that trash at the art gallery, right? That washes on the beach.
Yeah.
Looks like a good seat.
Indians would get trees that had like 2 trees, and they would bend them down, and then it would grow like that. Point to a hidden area where there might be like Indian treasure or Indian camp.
We're going under a big bridge. This is cool. We're gonna call it the Coos Bay Bridge. We're trying to drive to Newport to spend the night, but we're really behind And now we need to find a place to eat along the way. This is the Umpqua River Lighthouse. Oregon Dunes. We are not stopping, but we did catch sight of them. Lots of sand. Harbor Light Restaurant. What did you guys order?
Fish and chips.
Are you guys excited?
Yeah.
I'm the only one that got halibut because I felt like having halibut, Alaskan halibut, even though we're in Oregon. Is yours Oregon cod? Maybe.
I'm sure.
Maybe. We are leaving Reedsport, headed to Newport, and it's gonna take a while. We're crossing the Umpqua River through another really neat bridge. There's a lot of those on the Oregon coast. And it's gonna be dark soon. But at least we have full bellies, happy tummies.
Every golden sunrise breaking through the leaves, songbirds in the morning, an ancient melody. These are the gifts we're given that make life worth living. Never lose the wonder.
This is so cool. Oregon just keeps blowing us away and we can't get where we're going because we keep stopping. This is Hecate Head Lighthouse. It is the strongest lighthouse in Oregon and you can see it 21 miles away. And it is also the most photographed and I can see why. It is stunning. We had lots of mileage to cover in the dark, but the boys are such good little travelers that they fell asleep in the car. We finally arrived at our lodging in Newport at 10:22 p.m. We were very thankful that we didn't have to set up camp. Is it up here? Watch your feet, don't trip. Boys are really tired. They just woke up from 2 hours of sleeping. Oh my gosh, the beach is out there. You can't see it. Some fresh roses welcomed us to our home for the next 2 nights. This 2-bedroom, 2-bath beachfront condo was perfect for us, and we could even see the light from nearby Yaquina Head Lighthouse. We woke up to a rainy, dreary day.
Always fun to just sit down and read a book. Always fun to build Legos. Tiny Legos.
We all had really good sleep, especially me, and we are having our yummy breakfast. After a quick breakfast, we were excited to check out some more lighthouses, one of which was only 5 minutes away. This is the first thing we've had to pay for because we've been camping at state parks, so the first outdoorsy thing that we'd had to pay for. And is it $7, I guess?
Yes.
I'm excited to see the tide pools because this is going to be the morning that we've come to the beach at the earliest time when the tide is out and low tide is at its best. So I'm really hoping to see some tide pools, some starfish.
I just drive the car. I don't know what I'm hoping to see. Something fun and exciting.
We just got corrected that the proper way to pronounce it is Yaquina Head. Yaquina Head? We actually didn't have to pay anything because our National Parks Pass got us in, so that was fun. As we were arriving, we definitely noticed there were lots more people than any other place we had been. The spectacular scenery and sights of the Central Coast definitely draws the crowds. We're getting on our rain pants over our hiking pants because unfortunately it is still raining. Gearing up. Yesterday we started at Cape Blanco and then we saw the Coquille River Lighthouse and Cape Arago, and we saw Umpqua River. At night, we saw Hecate Head, and I don't know that we saw Yaquina Bay. It says it was discontinued. And now we're at Yaquina Head. The Yaquina Head Outstanding Natural Area is definitely outstanding. The headland extends about a mile out into the Pacific Ocean. Not only is the setting amazing, but wildlife abounds, and Cobble Beach down below has plenty of tide pools. Ooh, look at the bald eagle being chased by seagulls. Before we even went down the steps to the beach, Steve spotted harbor seals hauled out on the rocks below. Low tide is a good time to see them. At 93 feet tall, Yaquina Head has the tallest lighthouse tower on the Oregon coast. It was built in 1873, and its double-walled tower was constructed with over 370,000 bricks from San Francisco. The lighthouse is one of the most scenic lighthouses along the Oregon coast.
Almost all of these things can be seen down there. I saw some sea lemon nudibranchs yesterday. These tide pool sculpins and turban snails like to camouflage really well, but if you look in one place long enough, you might see some of them moving around. There's plenty of urchins and sea anemones down there.
Be extra careful at the tide pools. The tide pool area and Cobblestone Beach are very slippery, so take your time. Oh wow, look at the beach. Guess that's why it's called Cobble. It's all these rocks. It didn't take us long to find tide pool creatures. You can spot crabs, sea stars, sea anemones, urchins, snails, and sea slugs. And we were fortunate to see all of these. David found a starfish that had lost one of its legs and was growing it back.
I found a starfish. It's missing one of its legs because it had lost a leg because it has this tiny leg on it, see?
In order to protect the tide pool organisms and your own physical well-being, it's important to walk on bare rocks whenever possible and to touch the tide pool creatures carefully. It's all sticky. It feels like adhesive when you touch it.
Grabs onto you, right?
It's pretty great that we get to have our own like SeaWorld experience here. Easier than it is. The rocks are really pointed and jagged. It's like a balancing beam every step you take. It's dangerous walking on these rocks. I just fell. I slid on all the pebbles. Somebody else did too, it looks like. It's important to keep young children close by and to not turn your back to the ocean because sneaker waves can take you by surprise.
The traffic is incredible here, my goodness. And this isn't even high season. A lot of stuff's been closed for us, but yeah, there's just a constant stream of cars and RVs, and you can see a lumber truck back there, logging truck.
The Yaquina Bridge. We're backtracking south to the Florence area to go check out the sea lion caves because we heard that that was like a must-see. So we're gonna go see what all the excitement is about. Sea Lion Caves, a quarter mile. Here we come. Looks busy. We're gonna go check out the caves. We're gonna ride an elevator 208 feet down and to see the big cave, the largest sea cave in the world. It's as long as a football field and it's 12 stories high. It has 200 sea lions, stellar sea lions, and we're gonna see how many there are today. Who's ready?
Yeah. Starting out up here, walk to the elevator and take it down. Sea lion cave. Heading down to the sea lion caves. Oh, I can hear them already. Boys, they're all right there.
That's why they're called sea lions.
In like a book that they have a patch of girls and they guard their patch.
A patch? When waiting for the elevator, there is a warning sign to read about the natural hazards of the area. Little did we know that there should have been a warning sign for the elevator too. Enter at your own risk.
Oh, hit the open button, David.
That's the first elevator that slammed on my hand. Really hurt. The stellar sea lion, also known as the northern sea lion, is the biggest of the eared seal family. Males are significantly larger than females and actually have a thick mane of fur, so that must be why they are called lions. That and the fact that both the males and females are very vocal and some of their sounds resemble lion roars. Unlike seals, sea lions can walk with their long front flippers, and they also have small external ear flaps. We had fun watching this enormous male that was roughly, only, 1,700 pounds. While he was quite large, it's crazy to think that males weigh up to 2,500 pounds. Males are quite defensive and protecting their rookeries of females. Our boys had fun narrating the possible scenario that was unfolding before us.
We named King Riot. He's over there on the rock. He's eating a genocide. See? He has huge muscles.
There are several different viewing areas, including a view of Hecate Head Lighthouse. Yes, we got sucked into this tourist trap, but it was neat to check it off for our first time to the area. The cave was very loud and stinky. Even if you don't like animals, the Sea Lion Caves is a neat sight for its engineering marvel alone.
In 1932, the Sea Lion Caves were you could get an admission for 25 cents, now a hefty amount of $16.
This elevator took 3 years to complete, and it was opened in 1961. And they made a 70-foot drift tunnel that we're standing in to fit this elevator shaft that was blasted from solid rock. We took the 1-minute elevator ride back up from the caves and made a stop at the gift shop before leaving, which may not have been quick, but was definitely a hit for the boys. So David, the elevator travels 20 stories in 50 seconds. In just 5 minutes from the caves, we made it to Hecate Head. You have to pay $5 to park to walk the half-a-mile trail up to the lighthouse. Calla lilies are growing here. I don't know if somebody planted them and they spread or what. These are cool. They're huge. We're getting closer. I see the lighthouse through the trees. The one that we saw last night at dark, which was super amazing and cool. Looking back at the Sea Lion Caves. Hecate Head Lighthouse was built in 1892 and is one of the most photographed lighthouses in Oregon. It has the strongest light on the Oregon coast, which made it all the more neat that we got to see it in all its glory on the previous night. We're gonna see if we can find the trailhead for the Hobbit Trail, which goes down to a secluded beach that spans 3 miles, and the trail's only a half a mile each way, I believe. One of my favorite signs, a sign of hikers. And we get to hike on the Oregon Coast Trail. How cool is that?
For 3 miles?
1/2 mile each way.
1 mile.
1 mile total, that's right. Do you think we'll see Gandalf and go through the Shire? Do you think it goes through the Shire?
I forget, what is the Shire?
The Shire's where the hobbits live.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll see Bilbo.
The Hobbit Trail is a fun little hike, and you actually do feel like little hobbits as you journey to Hobbit Beach. It's great. People said it looked like walking through the Shire. At the rhododendrons. I need to look up what you call them. So cool. Archway of flowers. Most of the coastal hikes start by going down, a good time for eating snacks. But this also means you must climb uphill to get back to your car. so make sure you save enough energy for your return hike. We're almost to the beach. I haven't seen any hobbits yet. We made it! We aren't gonna let the rain stop us from exploring and having fun on this 3-mile beach with only 2 other people. We have it all to ourselves. It's awesome!
What do you find, Crystal?
I found a live sand dollar. They're purple when they're alive, and I'm so excited. I've never seen a real one that's alive. There's all these dead, broken pieces around here, and they turn white when they're dead. But this one is alive. It's pretty good sized. It's so pretty. David found a piece of trash he's gonna carry back. We're gonna be good stewards.
We should always leave beaches and places like this better than we found it.
It's not a whale, it's a blowhole on the side of the cliff. People leave all their trash. Look at these plastic bottles. What was that, like 600 years? That before they're like disintegrated? Our final stop of this leg was to Cape Perpetua, a must-see for the Oregon coast. We definitely could have spent more time here with all the unique and scenic sights.
Bridge over Cook's Chasm. We're looking at the Spouting Horn, which is basically an ocean geyser. The rock has been undercut by the ocean waves, creating a cave, and then the top of the cave gave out. That forces air and water in, and it makes a geyser-like eruption. That was a good one, wasn't it?
Waves breaking on long ledge. Stand back. You could be swept out to sea, injured, and drowned.
Thor's Well is 20 feet deep. The theory behind its formation was it was a sea cave that the top collapsed. Apparently the people down at Thor's Well at Cape Perpetua did not read the sign. They're standing on top of Thor's Well.
High tide is the best time to come. We were running behind schedule, imagine that, and we arrived a few hours after high tide, but it was still quite neat. Choose safety first, not pictures. Don't get caught by surprise. So much fun, so many cool places to see, but we gotta head back to Newport. Really sad we have to leave this place already, but I'm confident we will find another amazing place to enjoy the ocean and all of its beauty. It's a new day in Oregon, even though it still looks the same. But today we are going to do something fun and something I'm a little nervous about. Well, actually a lot nervous about. We just got a text that it was a go, and so we're packing up to head out of Newport and head to Depoe Bay for something that I'm a little nervous about. Okay, we are going to go gray whale watching. Hopefully we see something because I am nervous to go on a little Zodiac boat. I've never been on one like that.
So we are in Depoe Bay going to do some whale watching today.
And we're going to test out our rain gear.
It's raining.
Our raincoats actually work in the rain.
Raining pretty steady outside, so we'll see if we stay dry.
Yeah. We headed to our 8-seater Zodiac boat for a 1.5-hour whale watching tour with Whale Research Eco Excursions, providing a more intimate experience than that of the larger whale watching boat tours. Our boat was Kite Girl, a 26-footer that used to be Jimmy Buffett's tender boat for his yacht. Thankfully, the tour company provides blankets and rain slickers. But we foolishly did not accept the rain slickers when we could have just thrown them over our raincoats for extra protection.
There's our ride for the next hour and a half. Going for a ride.
Zodiac.
Jimmy Buffett Zodiac.
Jimmy Buffett. June through September are the best months for whale watching in Depoe Bay, the whale watching capital of Oregon. And we were right at the beginning of prime time.
Well, any of you guys been to Depoe Bay before?
No.
No.
All right, well, welcome to Depoe Bay, the world's smallest navigable harbor. It's only 6 acres. It's mostly commercial boats, charter fishing boats, whale watching tour guide boats like this one. And then my favorite boats out here, though, are these Coast Guard boats. These are 47-foot motor lifeboats. And this is Coast Guard Station Depoe Bay. Now, I actually got my start professionally on the water in the Coast Guard. I was in 7 years. So if a big wave comes up and knocks them over, they're self-righting. In fact, they designed the engines on these things to run upside down for a minute or two. So this boat can get rolled 360 degrees by a giant wave, and come back up and it'll still be operational.
Wow.
As if the trip out to sea in the little Zodiac wasn't nerve-wracking enough, there was actually a small craft advisory that morning. This meant there was a warning about potentially hazardous marine conditions, like sustained winds of 22 knots or frequent gusts of 25 knots or more, and the possibility of waves of 7 feet or more. Eek! Seeing the waves crash against the coastline definitely was a testament of how rough it was and made us very glad we took our Dramamine. Although you are less likely to get sick on Zodiacs than on typical boats because of their lower center of gravity. We felt like we were in good hands, though, since our guide was a former Coast Guard captain. We did see whales, gray whales, which were removed off the endangered species list in 1994. Gray whales are the most common ones to see in Depoe Bay, and you have good odds of seeing the whales most months out of the year. Their migration journey is so amazing and fascinating, especially since they migrate just 2 to 5 miles off the coast of Oregon. Approximately 19,000 whales live in the eastern North Pacific area, and they begin their migration from the feeding waters in Alaska in October to the breeding grounds in Mexico, where they stay till spring. This round-trip journey of about 12,000 miles is thought to be the longest annual migration of any mammal. Approximately 200 of the whales opt for a shorter migration route and remain along the Oregon coast to feed all summer, and we got to see a handful of those whales.
I think we'll stick with this guy that's going north for now.
Gray whales are up to 50 feet long and 35 tons. That's longer than a large bus. Their flukes can be up to 10 feet, and when they dive down, they can be underwater for up to 30 minutes. Whale watching calls for lots of patience and waiting, but when you do see a whale, it makes it totally worth it.
There's the fluke. That is a big whale.
The weather for our boat ride was some of the rainiest weather of our trip, very wet, cold, and unpleasant.
Okay, well, hang on.
But at least we saw whales, sea lions, and seals, and didn't walk away empty-handed.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's great.
Off me, Junior. Oh my God. Be nice. That was peeing.
Oh my.
Okay, guys, we're late on time. So we're gonna head in.
We got to see these seals on our way out of and back into the bay. Come to find out, the tour company hadn't been able to take the boats out for the previous few days because of the weather, and ours ended up being the only tour for the day.
Alright, guys, how was that?
It's great.
8, 10, 12, 4.
So this was our boat, and it was a bit of a wild ride. Especially coming back in, we were going really fast, getting really wet with the rain and the waves. And we saw, 4 or 5 whales? At least 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5. It's hard to tell, right? What did you think, David?
Very wet.
Very wet? Afterwards, we stopped by the small whale, sea life, and shark museum, which is run by Whale Research Eco Excursions. Admission to the museum is included in the whale watching tour price. The owner, also a marine biologist, Carrie Newell, created the museum so she could share her passion for marine life with as many people as she could. It was neat to learn more about some of the creatures we had already encountered on our trip, like sand dollars. So when the sand dollars are living, they are covered with spines or feet, and they use these to pass the food to their mouths and for locomotion. The 5 doves are the mouth parts of the sand dollar. The painted whales on the outside of the building showcase 10 of the area's resident whales and their unique characteristics. Before doing our second big activity of the day, we backtracked to the Otter Crest Loop and stopped at a few scenic turnouts. Devil's Punch Bowl. Wow, it really looks like a punch bowl. I wonder how high the water comes up. This unique site is known as Devil's Punch Bowl State Natural Area. We arrived at low tide. Had we arrived at high tide, especially on a stormy day like today, we could have witnessed the punch bowl in action, where the waves enter the bowl and violently churn. Even without the churning waves, it was a sight to behold. Oregon doesn't cease to amaze us. Now we know why firsthand why everything is green here. Steve's pretty grumpy. He doesn't like being wet and cold. None of us really do, but it's beautiful. I love it.
But I'm kind of tired of getting rained on already, and it's only been a couple hours of getting rained on.
We have like 3 more days.
Pretty drenched.
The area is also a popular surfing location for hardy souls on a day like today. We're at Cape Foul Weather, and the weather sure is foul today. This is the site where Captain Cook in March 1778 first spotted land from his Pacific coast journey. And this is also supposed to be a wonderful area to see views and whales. It still is beautiful, but there's not much dramatic vistas today. Although you can see the Devil's Punch Bowl off in the distance from where we just came from. Whipping right now. It can get to be 100 miles an hour is not uncommon here for the wind. And it was particularly stormy on the day of his discovery as well, and windy.
So this is where the history of the Oregon coast began. We're 500 feet above the sea up here.
500 feet, wow. We're gonna go to the whale watching center next, and I think we can go inside, which will be wonderful.
So we're heading to the whale watching center. They see 5 to 15 whales per day. This time of year, the gray whales are traveling north from Baja to Alaska with their calves.
There are good views to look for whales. They have binoculars. Gray whales on the move. They travel 12,000 miles round trip. That's incredible.
So we are at the Depoe Bay Whale Watching Center.
Gray whales are the only bottom-feeding whales. They don't have teeth. Baleen plates hang like curtains from the upper jaw. They can have up to 180 pairs of these plates. They dive to the bottom of the ocean and gulp up sediment. Water and sediment filter through their baleen plates, and food is trapped behind them. In Depoe Bay, they eat mostly mysid shrimp, consuming around 2,000 pounds in one day. There's a fun whiteboard in the center that has all the latest reports of sightings. On the previous day, a sighting of an orca pod had been posted, and the same 4 gray whales that we had seen that morning were recorded as well. So there are 24 official whale watching, gray whale watching sites along the coast. And one of them was Harris Beach State Park, where we were at the very beginning. And another one is up at the Sea Lion Caves and Cape Perpetua, where we were yesterday. And of course, Depoe Bay has a lot of areas. Depoe Bay Bridge with the baby seals below it. We are heading to Tillamook. Some cheese. Who wants some ice cream? Anybody? Have any takers?
Yeah.
What do you guys want?
Cheese and ice cream.
Always a good day to do a yum box. We brought one of our yum boxes with.
45th parallel, halfway between the North Pole and the equator.
How awesome is that? And I got it on video. We get the yum boxes from Universal Yums that a friend gifted us one time, and we just decided to subscribe each year. So we get a box a month, and it's a different country each month that has food, snacks, and yummy treats from the country.
My eyes are watering.
They're so vinegary. These vinegar pickled onion rings. They taste like vinegar. They're really strong. It smells terrible. Look at, there's a boat too. Where are we? This is the most traffic we've seen the entire trip.
At Tillamook factory.
Look at all the cars. Oh my gosh. It looks like we're going into the parking lot at Disneyland. Except everybody's here to see cheese and eat cheese and ice cream.
Probably more eating than seeing. Seeing
Eating?
it go in your mouth.
Tillamook Itinerary.
The factory is huge. Huge. Huge, huge, huge. The Tillamook Creamery factory ended up being a perfect activity to get out of the rain. We did a self-guided tour to learn about the history as well as get behind-the-scenes peek of the cheese factory. Tillamook has been a farmer-owned co-op since 1909, when it was first founded by 10 independent creameries. It is now owned by 60 dairy farms that produce about 69 million pounds of cheese every year. They have expanded their products to include yogurt, ice cream, and even frozen meals. Who ever heard of a cow back scratcher? They're so pampered. They can walk up and scratch themselves on that if they want. And they wear a collar that tracks how much they've been moving and how much they've been chewing their cud. So what is the stinky smell that David could not stand?
Manure.
Manure.
So, as the digester heats manure, bacteria feast on it, giving off methane. So the Tillamook factories are turning their cows' manure into renewable energy.
Correction, stinky.
Headed up to the factory viewing deck, cheese samples, and the exhibit hall. Go try medium cheddar. I forget which kind we get at Costco.
We have 2 different varieties available. You're welcome to try one of each.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna get one of these. It's sharp white cheddar.
Tillamook Creamery, they make 170,000 pounds of cheese and 18,000 gallons of ice cream here in Tillamook every day.
We brought our own crackers inside so we could have cheese and crackers. Steve had to get seconds on the cheese samples.
BYOC. Bring your own crackers.
We kept going back to the sample counter to get our fill, literally, of 2 delicious types, sharp white cheddar and medium cheddar.
Takes 10 pounds of milk to make 1 pound of cheese.
1 million pounds of cheese a week.
1 million pounds a week.
115 2-pound baby loaves per minute.
Is what?
How much they produce.
Wow.
1 million pounds a week.
Since we were at Tillamook on a weekend, most of the factory workers were not there, but we did get to see a few of them in action. Did you see that the whey powder for protein drinks and baby formula is from the whey that they've separated out? That's crazy.
The salt is the final step of the cheddaring process, and it draws out more whey and slows the production of lactic acid, which helps the cheese last longer.
And what are those blocks?
Those are 40-pound blocks of cheese. That's the
40
output.
pounds. Wow. David, here come the blocks of cheese. Ice cream now, we're not done looking around. Those cheese boxes are headed up the conveyor belt in a spiral escalator slide-like contraption, and they're going to the cooler for cooling out, chilling out, and getting aged. What is the blue octopus?
It's a cheese sealing machine. Like a fast vacuum.
Oh, wow, it can vacuum up 120 packages a minute. That is some speedy octopus. A visit to the factory wouldn't be complete without indulging in ice cream and purchasing dairy products for the road. So that is exactly what we did. Boys, who's ready to get ice cream?
Me.
Did you know that Tillamook has more cows than people? I already see 2 flavors that I want. What do I do?
You can.
A double.
Could I have a double cone? First, I'm playing birthday cake. Okay. And then second, I would like old-fashioned vanilla. Old-fashioned? Yeah. I would like mint chocolate chip with a dipped cone.
Okay, that one's yours. I don't know if you can hold that. Are you gonna be able to eat all that?
Yeah.
Start enjoying it. It's a good thing we didn't get him 2 scoops.
Daniel got more ice cream than I did.
Oh my gosh. Whoa. That's like a whole ice cream gallon. How good is it? How good is it, David?
Really good.
Really good. The best ice cream you've ever had? Mm-hmm. Apparently you need to wear protective raincoats for ice cream melting all over. Oh my gosh.
Let's go in.
I got hazelnut, huckleberry, and marionberry pie. It's really good. I've had this one so far. Dessert before dinner. I think we're gonna spoil our dinner tonight, especially the boys. We got like a half a gallon of ice cream in a cone. The power of cheese. Look at all these flavors. And we could buy a 5-pound one too. Look at 5-pound cheese block. There's so many flavors.
Look at the ice cream line.
It's wrapping around to the front of the building. How crazy is that? Everybody wants their ice cream. Daniel wrote a postcard that he's gonna drop in the box and send to someone special, and they put a stamp on it. We bought way too much cheese, we ate way too much ice cream, and now we're gonna go set up camp at our rainy campsite at Cape Lookout State Park. Here we go. Rain, rain, go away. Come again, another day. It's raining more than it has rained. I know, but I want a never day. I don't want it to rain, but I guess that's why it's green here, so I guess we just have to take it.
I've heard the songs of summer singing.
This is neat, except for the rain. I'm kind of tired of being wet. That must be Cape Lookout.
So the Oregon Parks established 1922, so it is their 100th year this year.
We are setting up our tent in this. We're right on the beach, but we're wondering if there's any trees at our campsite that has a view of the beach. The trees look sparse, and the ones that are very, very windblown. Look at this one. This will be our first site without trees if we don't have trees. Oh, please let there be trees.
Crystal commented earlier in the trip that, oh gee, there's not very many rooftop tents in Oregon. Well, I think we're finding out why today. Gonna see how waterproof the Smittybilt Generation 1 rooftop tent is tonight.
Laugh or cry.
Hey, at least we don't have a ground tent like these poor folks.
Oh my. At least it's really big. And they're setting up in the rain. And look, they have trees, but no protection.
Here we are.
This is our site.
For the evening.
Oh wow. We have a few trees, but no protection. Wow. I hear frogs. We can always take cover in the bathroom. It's right by our campsite. We're already leaving our campsite. We had enough of the rain. I had a brilliant idea that we should go find the group the group picnic site. The picnic shelter, so that we can, oh look, the beach is right there. It's just a walk. The beach is right there. Yeah. So we're gonna go find a picnic shelter and make our dinner before we set up our tent in this wet rain. Loving this picnic shelter right now that no one else is using. It's keeping us dry while we make dinner, while Steve makes dinner, and we have yummy.
Tonight we have the Reina family size 5-cheese tortellini.
More cheese.
With basil pesto sauce and Del Monte cut green beans to enjoy.
But best of all, we're dry, and we have this gorgeous ocean view that we get to hear and see as we make dinner. This is great. While eating under the picnic shelter, we decided we'd attempt to switch to a campsite that has more trees and protection from the elements.
Is there anything around there?
Oh goodness, we're still trying to find a campsite, and it's dark now. We're trying to switch campsites so we could have more tree cover, or I guess tree cover. We didn't have any at the site that we booked, and there's a lot of campsites left, but we've been driving around for 30 minutes trying to find the perfect site, and there's not a perfect site, so I think we're gonna find the next best thing.
So it's been raining all night, and
cool. And our little awning on our tent here. Little squirrel swimming pool.
We woke up to lots and lots of water, and it was still raining. But thankfully, the Smitty-built Generation 1 rooftop tent did its job and kept us dry, even though the rain fly was collecting water.
Hand out the window, head for the sun. All of the stars turning blue. The fire we had frozen, eyes waking up. We got some living to do. Never gonna give it up, never gonna let you go. It's all been waiting for you. Never gonna give it up, never gonna.
Good morning. It's still wet. Is Daniel still asleep? That's good. How'd you sleep?
Good.
It's our walk to the bathroom. It is really flooded. Really flooded. We pulled into our campsite that we switched to, and we heard frogs ribbiting. The leaves here are huge. Reminds me of Hawaii. I mean, look at this leaf. It's huge. With a massive tree by it. And ferns. Everything is so green, you like need sunglasses to look at it. All the mud and the puddles. A worm?
Yeah, but it's on the outside.
Good morning.
Yeah.
How did you sleep in the rain last night?
Good.
Are you ready to get up for the day?
Yes.
Do you want to show us where Mommy and Daddy sleep?
Oh, yes. You sleep there.
Uh-huh.
And then Daddy sleeps over there.
And then David sleeps right here. And we fit our whole family of 4 in this spacious, Smitty-built Overland XL tent. It's perfect. We are heading out to hike Netart's Spit, which a spit is a long, narrow land formation formed by the accumulation of beach material from waves traveling at an angle along the coast. Wow.
So, note to anyone coming to Oregon, if you think your hiking boots will suffice if you stay out of the puddles like I did, listen to the wisdom of your wife who says you need rain boots, because yeah, you can stay out of the puddles, but that doesn't help with the constant rain coming down onto your boots. Kroger kicks that I'm rocking today, if they even make it out of the campground before they're in tatters.
Those rain boots I bought you on Amazon are staying nice and dry at home right now. Good thing.
Mm-hmm.
We saved $40. Are you chipper?
We'll see.
Your coffee cup is nice and warm. I wish I had one.
Warm coffee makes everything better.
We're just gonna walk as much as we can. And the trailhead, I believe, starts at the end of the campground here. There was definitely a fire at one time. So the campground doesn't have a lot of trees. We're trying to find where the trail is. Not real sure. I think we're supposed to go on the beach somewhere, which we should have done at the beginning, I guess. Hopefully the tide is low enough for hiking. It's important to do this hike at low tide because some sections of the beach are completely submerged in water during high tide. Although we were starting around low tide, we knew we didn't have time to hike the whole 10 miles round trip to the end of the spit, so we opted to go as far as we could with the time we had, and it was another case of having the whole place to ourselves. It was fantastic, even in the rain, and it was fun seeing all the sand dollars along the beach. Oh, it's a nice one. This is amazing. Even in the rain, all the sand dollars, the beautiful scenery, and we have it all to ourselves. All to ourselves. Wow, I just spied 3 arch rocks out there in the distance. Now I know why they're called 3 arch rocks. I guess I didn't think about them being arches. The views allegedly get better the farther you go, and by the end of the spit you are pretty close to 3 arch rocks, but we weren't having any grand views today. Of trash.
A whole Parmesan cheese.
Unfortunately, it's raining more. I think this is gonna be our turnaround point. We didn't get all the way down the spit, but the time is ticking and we need to start heading back.
So we walked out on the spit.
So we made it about halfway. I had a lot of fun and it was great. There's 2 bald eagles. So neat, they're probably protecting a nest, maybe. We were so glad we accidentally ran across this trail on all trails when searching for area hikes. It was convenient to our campsite and had amazing scenery, even in a storm. Upon returning to the campground, we had to pack up all our wet gear in the rain. Tired of the rain yet?
I am trying to be thankful that this is the first day we've had to deal with it. So.
Second day of rain. First night of camping in the rain. We are gonna head out here in a minute and see what else is along the 3 Capes loop and grab some lunch out of the fridge and see if we can make up some time since we're running behind schedule again. Arch Rocks to go check out the first National Wildlife Refuge west of the Mississippi. See the 3 Arch Rocks in the distance there. I believe this is the other end of the spit.
Our campground was nearby that cape that's down there.
Right. But we would have hiked to the end here. I'm glad we got to spot it from here. It's neat.
Another scenic spot to stop and make lunch. We've had some Whoppers in our day. This one's up there. This is pretty good. Got hot dogs, hot dog buns, got our cooking stove in the back, and quite the view.
3 Arch Rocks, home to puffins, and I think about 220,000 common murres make their home here to nest and have babies in the spring. I think it's the area where the most common murres spend their time south of Alaska. This is Oceanside Beach, and there is a great view of 3 Arch Rocks. Having our hot dogs and headed to Cape Meares. This is neat. We are driving around on the Cape Meares Loop Road, and it borders Tillamook Bay. Oh, super frustrating. There's really confusing road signs, and we turned around on Oceanside, and then we turned around here, and a local man told us that we needed to be back in Oceanside to get to Cape Meares. Apparently, there was a landslide that took out the road, the old road, and so now we've got to go back around if we decide to go there.
Probably on to the next thing. It's getting late in the day.
And the next thing ended up being fishing at Cape Meares Lake. Yes, in the rain and the wind. It was a free fishing weekend, which is the first weekend in June, so we didn't need any licenses. With the poor conditions and no bites, we stayed for only 30 minutes. Think you're gonna catch anything? That's not being optimistic. You might catch some weeds.
I'll catch something, maybe a cold. I don't think we're catching any fish.
Catch a cold. Steve wanted to get out of the rain, so we decided to do an impulse stop at this Blue Heron French cheese company that Steve spotted yesterday. The Blue Heron Cheese Company was founded in 1979 with the creation of Brie cheese, and they have since expanded their products to include wine, microbrews, and other cheeses. The petting zoo here was the highlight. There were roosters, pigs, huge goats, and cute burros. It was a fun little stop, but if you only have time for one cheese factory, pick Tillamook Creamery. They are only about a mile away from each other. Blue Heron does offer dry, self-contained RV camping on site, officially for up to 2 nights, but allegedly up to 5 nights.
That's what he has to say when you don't bring him food. He's posing for pictures. I had to look at the snack bar they couldn't get to.
Licked me.
I love goats. They're so cute. Oh, is he seriously licking goats? This is just what I needed today, a loving goat.
Be of the old days,
Oh,
Mommy.
he just gummed me. I thought you were kidding me.
What's up with that, huh? What's up with that? Got a pig fight over there.
Oh, it's so frustrating. Everything closes early and we just can't find like the perfect place to eat. We're in Rockaway Beach. It looks neat. Everything looks closed. Oh, we just want to get some food now. We don't care if it's seafood. There's people in there. Maybe we're in luck. They're closed.
She's running after us.
The lady came out at the Upper Crust Pizza place in Rockaway Beach and said that she could do a pizza for us. They were closing 10 minutes early. We got a hot pizza and we're gonna go drive somewhere beautiful to eat it. What a gorgeous place to have our dinner. There's pelicans and I think common murres, seagulls. Oh, it's great. Smells refreshing. Amazing place for a dinner. I'm glad we were forced to wait. This sure beats the, I don't know, partial diner fish and chips place. I think he's hoping you guys are messy. Are you hoping they're messy, huh? The beautiful jetty rocks along Tillamook Bay was the perfect place for a picnic dinner. We get to spend the night on a spit. The Nehalem Bay State Park, and the spit is 2 miles long and it has many campsites and we have one on the beach side. I spy me some mountains. That's crazy. I thought we were gonna be like out on a spit. There's mountains over there. Every night except one night, and it's after everybody's gone for the day. Looks like deserted. Pretty sunset colors coming. They're getting set up. Daddy set up the tent super fast tonight. It's still really, really, really wet. Like, really wet. The campsites are pretty close together here, but at least there's no one on either side of us, so it's more private. The next morning, we woke up to another beautiful Oregon beach scene. But this time, we had sunny skies, and we were able to dry out our gear. Nehalem Bay Beach. Accessed right from our campground, just one loop over. Even some strawberries growing along the trail. Another beach with not too many people. I see like about 4 or 5 people right now. That's it. That's it. After filling up with Tillamook yogurt from the factory, we are going to head to the world's 3rd largest monolith. And it is home to puffins and crabs and all kinds of other things. And we're trying to make it there while the tide is low, because that's the time to go. We are entering the outskirts of Cannon Beach. I'm excited. There's been a lot of press about Cannon Beach, and I'm curious how it compares with what we've seen thus far. We got one of the last parking spots in the parking lot. It is busy here on a Monday.
We got the last parking spot. Me and Mommy had to hop out early because I don't think we could fit through there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think so. So we parked at the Haystack Rock public parking. It is definitely the place to park. Nice couple blocks down to the beach, and you're there at Haystack Rock. The 4-mile stretch of beach has 44 public access points, and we entered via Ecola Court, not far from Haystack Rock. Cannon Beach gets its name from a cannon that washed ashore from the USS Shark shipwreck of 1846. We didn't find any cannons this day, just crowds. We opted to go to Cannon Beach first thing in the morning when the tide was low, and hopefully when there weren't as many visitors. Looks like the tide's too out to walk around it. That's a bummer. Low tide's at 11:54. This is Haystack Rock, which is really famous. It's been the site for multiple movies like The Goonies and Kindergarten Cop, and it's a protected area. So within 300 yards, you can't take anything. How far away is that? Pretty much this whole beach.
3 football fields, yeah.
So this whole beach. And then the puffins are what I want to see. I don't know if there's any there, but it's home to puffins. And supposedly you can walk around the rock, which I really want to do. And low tide is in about 30 minutes. So we'll see if it goes out enough. Let's go check out Haystack Rock. This has to be the most people we've seen apart from Tillamook. Look at all the little fishes. I wonder what kind they are. Any idea? They're so tiny. Well, it says birds only beyond this point. I did not realize that you couldn't walk up here. So that's a bummer. And then the tide's not out far enough to walk around the rock. But at least it's still pretty. It's stinky. It smells like the bird area at the aquarium or the zoo. It was fun watching and hearing all the birds flying around 235-foot Haystack Rock. The crowds were one thing, but all the signs and cord partitioning off the forbidden areas were another. They were very unsightly, especially for nature lovers and photographers.
Guy got piles of slop, shoved it on. My boots are filled with water jugs.
Well, We checked the box for Cannon Beach. I say leave it to the crowds and we'll go somewhere else and enjoy tide pooling and playing at the beach.
Neat, pretty scenic area, but yeah, everybody else is here too. We've had a lot better tide pooling and, you know, just as scenic places on the central and south coast without all the people. So.
And it's a weekday too, so I can't imagine what a weekend would look like.
Yes, Cannon Beach is super neat with all the houses right up off of the bank and hotels and the big rock, but
I'm bummed.
People.
I'm bummed we didn't get to walk around it. I thought that was a given if the tide was out, but apparently the tide needs to be negative to be able to walk around it.
Bye.
Bye-bye to Cannon Beach. So wave bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh,
Boots are
what's
doing a
the
fine
point?
job of retaining the water.
Getting water.
We should have, if you guys wanted to go in the water, we could have brought your water shoes down here. They're in the car.
There are your wet socks.
Let's see those stinky socks.
Raise hand and twist. There you go. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Are you looking forward to having some chowder?
Yeah, sounds good. I haven't had any yet. David had a giant portion of chowder in after our, no, it was the day before our jet boat tour. Let's find some chowder at Moe's.
About 5 minutes from Cannon Beach is Moe's Seafood and Chowder, where we stopped for, yes, you guessed it, a seafood lunch. We're taking our chowder to go eat on the beach, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Killer views.
On the beach, literally. On the beach.
What an awesome spot. I like all our spots where we eat.
Yeah, I saw the driftwood. Perfect.
What better place
To have Moe's.
on the beach?
How is it? What do you think?
Yummy, I love it.
David was the only one that didn't get chowder. David got halibut, fish, and chips. How is it?
Good.
The bread bowl is awesome. Yummy sourdough bread. Where are we headed to next, David?
Crabbing.
Before we left Cannon Beach, we had gotten some sweets for the road at the Cannon Beach Bakery. But the overall experience with the bakery was just okay. The staff wasn't very friendly, and it was quite expensive.
Delicioso, if you don't know what that is. It's delicious in Spanish. Bon appetit.
Apple cider donut. Yum yum. Tastes similar to Trader Joe's. This is where we're going crabbing.
Is it real? Yeah.
Poor thing.
The only ones you can keep are males, and they must read 5 3/4 inches. Okay? And when you take your ring down here, make sure you first tie it onto the dock before you throw it, because there's no buoy on it, and it will go to the bottom. Okay? And they'll be baited, and then you just throw them as far as you can out. When you come to bring them back in, just get all the slack out of the line, and then once you have some resistance, then pull like heck so that they don't escape over the top.
Okay.
And in your bucket, if they measure the 5 3/4, put them in your bucket, no water.
So excited to get crabs.
Oh, he's a thief. He's a thief.
There's dead fish.
Yeah, it's stinky. Dock crabbing here is $17 per baited ring, which includes a bucket, ruler, life jackets for kids 12 and under, instruction, and cooking of legal-sized catches. You can also do 2-hour boat crabbing for $130 for 4 to 6 people with 3 baited rings. The best time for crabbing is during slack water, the time around high or low tide. We are in Rockaway Beach at Kelly's Brighton Marina, having our first time crabbing. The seagulls are here hanging out, trying to get all the dead fish bait. Scavengers of the sea. Look at him. Look at him getting all the scraps.
If you want to get a crab, they have to, you can only keep females. No, males, not females.
Yeah, we don't want to mess that one up.
And so males, they have like that, and the females have like that, and they have to be like that far with a.
How many inches?
Like that long. So you take this disc thing that has the bait, and you throw it out, and after 10 or 15 minutes, you reel it up and see if you got anything.
Are we gonna get anything?
I don't know.
You're gonna be excited when we have some.
Crab expert here.
Yeah.
David, are you having fun?
Butts. They can't do you any harm if you grab them by their butts.
You're the courageous crab catcher. I don't want to smell your hands.
Shoot!
Did you touch them? I mean, you were too afraid.
They reeled it.
I don't want to smell your hands. You think we're gonna catch anything here?
No.
No. You don't think we're gonna catch anything?
I do.
What do you think? How many do you think we're gonna catch the first time? I say 3. I'm gonna be hopeful. We've got 3 this first time.
I feel like 1.
1?
Or
One
3.
that we can keep?
3 was my guess.
I'm saying 3 3 crabs. I'm not sure about keepers.
Couple good ones. Good. Oh, there's one rabbit. Oh.
Yep, 5 inches. Was that the one that we thought was a good keeper?
No.
I like that guy's claws. They're like purple.
No, all of them are purple.
Check this one.
Most of them.
This is a male.
What's wrong with his claw? He's missing one. Look at him.
I think that one's a keeper.
No, he's not
No,
quite
you're
big
not
enough.
measuring them right. Nope, down lower, boys. Right in the middle, right at the fattest
Come
part.
on, he's poking me.
Getting them getting away now. Taking too long.
Measure this. This one, I bet.
I like that one, the purple claws. Oh, is that the right way to measure it? Are they measuring them right?
That is, I think.
It looks like it might be a
Let's put it in
keeper.
the bucket, we can check it.
David said he's going to be happy even if we don't get any keepers because he's having so much fun.
This is them.
Don't let go.
Don't.
Are you gonna knock them in, the boys?
The fish are attached. Luckily.
Gosh, babe, you almost took your legs with it. This is relaxing sitting here on the dock, except for every time they get the crabs in, then it's action. Gotta record it. What do you think of crabbing? Ooh, those look like big ones, but they're probably
So we
still
can get it
small.
back in.
Daniel, go get the measuring thing.
Female.
Oh.
Female.
Oh.
How tempting the bait is.
The bait's not too tempting anymore then. We're down to the final, what, 10 minutes or 5 minutes? Final 5 minutes. See if we catch anything. The odds are against us, but I'm hopeful we got a
leave
keeper.
that one. Female. Look at this. It's our only hope. Female.
Oh.
So we have the catch of the day here at Kelly's Marina. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got a mommy crab. That's one thing we caught. Oh, we got a David crab. And a Daniel crab. But our bellies are leaving empty because we caught a bunch of crabs, but they were not big enough to go in the boiling water. Bummer. Until another time. Lots of crabs, just a little early in the season, I guess.
The cliffside driving through Oswald West State Park along the 101 was stunning. Definitely a place to stop and soak in the views.
So I think where we were crabbing was right in this area. There's a little white structure. I think that's maybe where we were crabbing.
Destination for the next 2 nights where we get to spend the night, and we just stocked up at Safeway, got ourselves some chicken dinner, and got some groceries for breakfast and lunches for the next several days, and I cannot wait to enjoy the sunset at our place where we're staying because it is sunny out, and this is going to be the only day of sun, I think, till we leave. Statue. He's like fixated on her. Golf course. Got views of the mountains. Wow, this is amazing. Yeah, it's at the sand trap. I do remember that. The chickens. I'm not putting my hand in the elevator.
The whole day I was excited to go crabbing, and then, yeah. So many crabs, Daddy. Just.
I'm gonna have a fear of elevators now. I know it.
Why are you scared of elevators, Mommy?
I got my hand caught in one last week. Apparently we have a really amazing ocean view. I can't wait. And look at, we've got mountain views too. I'm gonna call those mountains since we're in Oregon. Wowee, there's there's quite the water view. Wow, this looks nice. One bathroom, the boys' room with a sailboat, and our bedroom with another bathroom. There are horses on the beach welcoming our arrival. This is such a beautiful view. Oh my goodness. This is great. This lived up to my expectations. We're on one of the highest floors and we just have water all the way to the right, which that's probably Fort Stevens over there, or maybe Cape Disappointment, and all the way to the left. Is that like a little pony running with them? It looks like it. Look at it. Right.
Toast to a good day. Toast. Cha-ching.
Looks like a good spread. I love it here and I want to come back. It is beautiful. We got a really good deal on lodging. I don't know why it's so heavily discounted. And there's like no one here. Look it. There's no one at the beach other than a couple horses and a couple people and a couple vehicles because you can drive on the beach here. That's it. It's like a ghost town.
And a pony.
And a pony. There was a pony trotting along, chasing the horses. So cute. I want to come back. Here.
Well, why don't we just be here first?
We are here. I want to come back. Tillamook. Rock Lighthouse. Terrible Tilly. Out in the distance. And I am stoked because I didn't know we could see it from here. And you can see the remnants of the rain. Why they make flat roofs for coastal cities is beyond me. It's so peaceful, so beautiful. Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you making our breakfast for the next few days?
Making a twofer today. We have breakfast burritos for tomorrow and make some breakfast quesadillas for today.
Excellent. And it's another beautiful day. Wowee, I didn't think we would have another nice day today. What a treat. Just like Steve made burritos for the next few days, I'm making our sandwiches for the next few days. And we bought this at the Tillamook factory. Steve's excited to try this kind. I picked out this kind that we got as a sample. So this will be fun to have and convenient to have our lunches made for the next few days as we do our adventures.
always been hiding. The first time that I see inside it and realize it's always been you.
This road in and of itself is gorgeous. We're trying to enjoy it while people are trying to pass us. Let them pass. We will enjoy, right? Look at the ocean next to us. When the park was developed between 1934 and 1941, the unstable landscape was not fully understood or taken into account. As a result, geologic emergencies, like landslides, are not uncommon and can close the park at any time, so check the park website before you come. We are at Ecola
State
Park.
Yeah.
This park is gorgeous. You can see Haystack Rock down there, and it's very forested with lots of big trees, and they have the Roosevelt elk that like to hang out around here, and also a view of the Tillamook Rock Lighthouse. We ventured on the half-mile round-trip Tillamook Rock Lighthouse Loop trail first, and the bird's eye views were amazing. This little trail is the perfect trail to get a taste of the park with really young kids. Whoa. Guess they don't want us going that way. Cool, there's the lighthouse, Tillamook Rock Lighthouse in the distance. It's called Terrible Tilly. You can see Haystack Rock there, that big rock in the distance that we were at yesterday at Cannon Beach. And then there's other really neat rocks too in the foreground here. It quickly made sense to us why William Clark of the Lewis and Clark expedition had said this area was the grandest and most pleasing prospects which his eyes had ever surveyed. Located on Tillamook Head, Ecola State Park is home to dramatic cliffs, an old-growth forest, an 8-mile section of the Oregon Coast Trail, photogenic sea stacks with even a view of Cannon Beach, and a view of a lighthouse. We are walking down to get a closer look of the Tillamook Head Lighthouse, named Terrible Tilly. And it's about a 1 mile offshore here, and it's named Terrible Tilly because it was terrible to construct it. It took 1.5 years to construct it, and the lighthouse keepers had to take a boat there, and that was really treacherous for them to do that. So that's another reason why it was named Terrible Tilly. And we're gonna go get a better view of it. So there is Terrible Tilly out on the 1,000-foot basalt rock. I believe the lighthouse is about 62 feet tall. So I can't imagine having to take a boat out there to take care of it. It looks like quite the climb to just get to the lighthouse from the shore of the rock. I'm ready to go. Can you tell? I'm ready to go do a hike. I want to hike to a beach where there's like no one. Don't tell anyone. We grabbed our hiking gear back at the Ecola Point day-use parking area before embarking on what would be our favorite hike of the trip. Thank you to Daddy for carrying all our gear. The Crescent Beach Trail is the hike to do along the Oregon coast. We didn't find it exceptionally steep or narrow or too demanding. There is about 500 feet of elevation gain total. Wow. What mud. That's a lot of mud. The mud is so slippery. See why it's like a jungle in here. explorers. Thought we were supposed to go downhill, not uphill. They said this was for experienced hikers only. I wonder if we classify as experienced. David says he thinks we do. We just hiked up to the trailhead. There's park.
What's up with that?
This trail is here ahead. Let's check the All Trails app. This trail has so many things going for it. For one, it goes along the Oregon Coast Trail, which is super fun. Oregon Coast Trail. This way. It's like mud shoeing instead of snowshoeing. About 4 inches of mud here. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Indeed.
Enter at your own risk. We ventured out on this hike with the birds chirping as we made our way through this lush and beautiful spruce forest with fluorescent green moss. But just about everywhere we turned, there was mud.
Mud Vision Television, brought to you by Ecola State Park. And your afternoon rain showers that keep the area green.
Wait, boys. I'm doing another mud crossing. And here we have a rickety staircase leaning to the left. It's weighed down by the massive amounts of mud. With sturdy hiking boots and trekking poles, the trail is definitely manageable, even for kids. But be prepared to get muddy. All the mud, roots, and tree obstacles made it all the more exciting and adventurous, and maybe even a little scary.
It's like the elk were through here before us. Seems like we're going a lot more across the mountain and down to the beach.
So we are trekking along here in the mud, and we're climbing uphill a lot, which is discouraging because we're supposed to be going downhill to the beach. Anyways, really looking forward to the beach. There's supposed to be sea caves and tunnels that you can walk through, and maybe some tide pools if we catch the tide at at low time, and it's supposed to be gorgeous, which we've already seen what it looked like from above, and we know that it's gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to seeing it from sea level perspective. This way we go. The rickety bridge.
The last few stairs down to the beach. And what was all this walking for?
Number one essential. If you want to do the Crescent Beach hike, you wear sturdy shoes that you don't mind getting dirty.
What do you think of the hike?
It was great. The muddy trail was a little harrowing, but this is great. Gorgeous. Let's go exploring. Beach hikes like this one have quite the perk for kids, with having a reward of playing at the beach. And the boys couldn't get to exploring fast enough. We even got a glimpse of terrible Tilly in the distance. We're gonna go check out this secret little hideaway over here on the south end of the beach. And there's a hole in the rock, and it looks super cool. The tide is about at its lowest right now, so we really are at a good time to be here. Oh, how cool! There's that little hole through here.
I found a chitin.
It's alive?
Yes, and I can show you something if you guys want to.
Wow, look at how high up the water goes here. We would be covered in like 10 feet of water if the tide was at high tide right now.
I'm gonna put it down. And they dig into the sand, which is funny. Watch. Start touching it. Is he dead? No, he's not dead.
He looks dead, buddy.
No. Yeah, he's alive, see?
He might be, oh, there he goes.
He's burrowing. See, it's so funny. They just burrow into the ground.
And he's gone just like that. Wow, you can see Haystack Rock through here. Not with all the crowds from here. We saw the south side of the beach, and now we're gonna walk to the north side. Having some snacks. Once again, Oregon continues to be amazing. We are having such a great time having this place to ourselves and maybe half a dozen other people. On the north side of the beach, we were about to make some more discoveries, which are what make this hike even more of a gem. We're gonna go exploring and see if we can find some tunnels. This looks like the cave. It said there was a cave.
Set my sails and wait for the wind to blow. I scatter the miles, still finding my way to go. Close your eyes and chase what you see. Rest of our days, no more losing sleep. No matter
How cool is that? What? Oh, neat! There's a tide pool over there. I think I'm gonna go back through the cave. I think this is the easier way. The tunnel, I mean. Not a cave. Tunnel.
blazing trails, sleeping on bedroom floors. I patterned your smile, still finding our way to go. Just close your eyes and run.
I think we found the secret beaches, but the tide is coming in a little bit, so we'll need to be quick. We had already found the waterfall, sea caves, one of the sea tunnels, tide pools, and the secret beaches. But Steve was about to make the most unique discovery.
I don't know if you guys remember, but when we went to the washed ashore, remember when they told the stories about the bottles that washed up from the Team China in the Olympics?
These blue bottles right here, the ones with the blue caps, actually came from the 2008 Beijing Olympics.
What?
And they were recovered from the beaches of Bandon and Port Orford. So
You guys remember hearing about that? Look what I found. Can you read that, Daniel?
No.
What is it in? What language?
China.
Chinese, yeah. It says Team China. So this is a bottle from the Olympics. So this floated all the way over from China.
That's crazy.
You make this feel like you make it feel like
We are headed back up the muddy trail. We'll see if the ascension is any easier than the descension.
I'm not looking forward to those two really muddy, steep spots. Those scare me, to be honest. They scare me.
this feel like
Heading back up.
Bye-bye, beautiful beach. Heading up the trail, back to the trailhead, and we came to an overlook. Here's where we walked down around this ridge.
you make this feel like you make it feel like with you by my side is where I belong. You make this feel like home.
Leave your new sneakers and anything you care about or like wearing for this hike because it's got lots of mud. I'm guessing that's pretty much all the time. So with all of our walking around on the beach and everything, it says we went 4 miles and 633 feet elevation. And we got to enjoy it for 4 hours of hiking. Well, 4 hours we were gone with 1 hour on the beach. We decided to take a detour to go do some shopping in Seaside at the Carousel Mall. Allegedly, it's indoors, so it's starting to rain. So hopefully we can get out of the rain and have a little shopping time. We found the end of the trail. To commemorate the Lewis and Clark Expedition's 4,000-mile, 18-month journey across North America. This turnaround in Seaside marks their turnaround in their journey. And we also found, or rather, made dinner back at our lodging afterwards. What are we having for dinner?
Spaghetti, Caesar salad, and Texas toast with cheese. Yummies.
That looks tasty. We're doing piles of laundry to catch up for the second half of our trip. And while we're waiting for that to be done, we have another assembly line of peanut butter and jelly.
Ooh, peanut butter party. Laundry peanut butter with the view of the beach. Ocean waves.
The sun hasn't set yet. We woke up to a gorgeous sunny day in Gearhart, where we enjoyed breakfast outside on our patio with beautiful views. I'm finally eating my bear claw from the Cannon Beach Bakery. It is delicious. A donut. We checked out of our hotel and now we're gonna go spend our last full day on the coast doing some fun things again today.
Shifted into four-wheel drive. We're gonna see if we can make it at street pressure here, at least out to the wet sand. There's been a lot of cars driving along the beach, Subarus and normal vehicles that I don't think aired down. So we're gonna try our hand at least getting out to the soft sand where it's at least a little firmer.
Can you feel it? There's a rushing wind at our back, and we're rushing in. Don't even know where.
We were inspired by the Washed Ashore Gallery, and we are going to collect trash that we see along the way.
Getting louder as our feet touch down. Follow the night until it's ringing out loud.
Oh, it's so frustrating how much trash is left on the beach.
We found something to hold on.
I think this one was adrift at sea for a little while now.
Oh my gosh, that is incredible. Steve thinks that these are 2 more bottles from the Olympics that came across over the ocean.
These blue bottles right here, the ones with the blue caps, actually came from the 2008 Beijing Olympics.
So we hold on and enjoy the ride. After all the ups and downs, this is our time. Enjoy the ride. Can you see it? There's a distant shore getting closer. We want nothing more than dancing away. So we hold on.
What do you guys think of driving on the beach? Is it fun?
Yeah.
All the ups and downs, this is our time.
I think they're goose barnacles because this one, it has a black thing, and goose barnacles have black things like that.
We ran across literally hundreds of goose barnacles on a large log that had washed ashore. They are also called gooseneck barnacles because the stalk looks like the black neck of a goose. Barnacles are crustaceans related to crabs and lobsters. These gooseneck barnacles grow in colonies and are filter feeders. The creature lives inside and its feathery legs move in and out, and its mouth is right below the legs. When the tide comes in, its legs sift through the water for food. What a wild sight. After hatching, the gooseneck barnacles are free-floating for 30 days. Their adhesive gland allows them to stick on things like this log and attach. Birds feed on the live barnacles, which are easy prey when they are washed ashore like this. So apparently this log hadn't been washed ashore for very long. The meaty tissue of the gooseneck barnacles is a delicacy in countries like Spain and Portugal, but you wouldn't catch us eating any of it today. What an amazing place and an amazing find. We are having another amazing time on the Oregon coast. We have this beach to ourselves. Again, there's no one by us. It's awesome.
It's like a map. I can play baseball with it.
There. Oh!
When me and Daddy were playing baseball last time I hit it and I got it and I ran all the bases without him getting me.
Whoa, so you had a home run?
Yeah, and then that was the only home run. And one time Daddy was running the base and I jumped and I got him. And one time I was running the base and I jumped and Daddy got me.
Thumbs down to all this trash on the beach. I think people come up here and have bonfires and throw their trash and just leave it. This whole area, you could spend all day just like picking up trash. It's unfortunate, but I grabbed what I saw.
You too can do your part to help keep a cleaner beach. If everybody... I don't think so. It looks like a sponge, like a cleaning sponge. If everybody did their part, we'd all have a better beach.
And look at, people burn their trash. It's like a milk jug. We are packed to the max, using every square inch and square drawer that we have. So thankful that we have the pull-out drawer for the fridge to get our cold food out, and the cage so that we can stack bags and bags upon the fridge without having everything fall over.
Another mountain left to climb. When you want to run away, find a place to hide.
More trash. It's gonna take us forever to drive 10 miles. We stopped to have a little playtime in the sand, do a little beach baseball, enjoy the water and the sounds of the ocean. And just enjoy being able to have the privilege of driving on it. This is one of the only few areas on the Oregon coast that you can drive. I believe there's at least one other area, if not two more areas, where you can actually drive on the beach. But it is a privilege, and we want to do our part to take care and not throw our trash around and pick up what we find, so that, you know, the beach doesn't get shut down for us to be able to drive on. We had to get turned around at the beach at Sunset Beach, so we're gonna try to get back on the beach up the road here. This is interesting. No maintenance, not maintained for vehicle access. You're worried about getting stuck in the sand. You might get stuck out here. That's really deep.
We're having four-wheel drive adventures.
Oh wow. I wonder how far we drive on this. It looks like we're almost at the end. Oh my gosh, this is like a river. On the short detour, we ended up having to go through some sketchy, deep, sandy puddles to get back on the beach. Who knew that the most adventurous part of our day would be the detour through this area? I hope we don't get stuck. Another one. Oh my goodness. get stuck. This looks pretty deep. Oh my. Are you going slow? Why are you stopping? It sounds like Jaws. Whoa, that's really deep sand there. I'm glad you didn't go that way. Wonder if this is okay to drive through. Does not look like it's been driven through very much. Do you need to scope it out? Oh wow, that looks really steep, Steve. We're not gonna flip, are we? Are you sure? We had to go around and find another access point. I'm really scared. We're like sideways on this beach dunes. We made it down, we survived, and now we're back to driving on the beach in black sand. We are headed up to the end here, Fort Stevens, here we come. Can you believe we're almost to the end of the Oregon coast? Are you happy about that? Me neither. I say we just go back. Drive all the way back down to the south coast, right? Right? We're gonna drive to the Peter Iredale shipwreck from 1906, and I'm curious to find out the details about the shipwreck. And I don't know if we can just like park there by the shipwreck or if we have to go somewhere else and walk down, but we will find out. We spy the Peter Iredale shipwreck yacht yonder.
Come on, let's go.
We made it to the end of the road that you can drive on legally right now at a certain time. If you drive before noon, you can actually drive further north up to Fort Stevens into the park, but it is afternoon, so we cannot.
Peter Iredale shipwreck was from England, and it ran aground on this beach in 1906.
Think this is part of the ship, boys?
On this football field link, so it goes down there to where those two pieces of metal sticking up.
Oh,
That's, if you can imagine, those are pasted off. It's pretty close. It might have shifted a little bit, but that gives you an estimate of how big the ship was.
it deteriorates a lot less when it's under sand. And so sometimes after a big winter storm, you can actually see the whole connecting spine underneath all the way down to there. There used to be a big long kind of nose, the bowsprit, the nose of the ship. Fort Stevens became a state park in 1955. By 1960, the nose was removed for safety reasons because people were climbing out on it like this, falling 40 feet to the sand and hurting themselves.
The Peter Iredale, a British sailing ship, is deteriorating quickly. It's anticipated that the shipwreck may not be around in another 30 to 40 years. The tallest exposed section currently stands about 20 feet tall.
As it ran aground after being spun 3 times in a bad storm. This is just the very front of the ship. Bottom side stretches all the way over there where there's a vertical piece coming out of the ground. Almost 300 feet.
In the midst of dense fog, the ship ran aground because the captain thought they were 50 miles away from shore. Thankfully, there were no casualties.
What do you think of the shipwreck, David?
Another beautiful sunny day in Oregon.
The Army built Fort Stevens, which was in operation for 84 years and was named after General Isaac Stevens. Besides being a historic military and shipwreck site, it is now a 4,200-acre state park, home to many recreational opportunities, including camping at one of its nearly 500 campsites, making it one of the largest campgrounds in the country. All 3 boys enjoyed touring and playing at the fort, which quickly became one of their favorite parts of our Oregon coast trip. So, Fort Stevens was a coastal defense fort from the Civil War to when? The end of what?
World War II.
So this is the War Games building of 1911. So that's this little wooden building.
We did a self-guided tour of the military sites using a brochure we got at the visitor center, and we got to see about half of the 21 sites along the route. First sight of the Columbia River. Steve took us on the scenic route through the disc golf course.
Look, the machine gun nest on your right. Watch out for a machine gun. Let's go raid the machine gun bunker. And watch for enemies coming up anywhere out here, and if you saw them, you'd shoot them and report them.
So we left off over here by the museum, and we were walking around this area to tour the different things. There's a Civil War fort over there. That would be cool. And then we're camping down here, and the shipwreck was over here. The boys made it to the top of Battery 245. Battery 245 was the last one put in place, and its guns featured new radar technology and fired as far as 15 miles away. Battery Mishler was originally an open battery and was covered with concrete in World War II. It was perfectly fit for being the Joint Command Center because of its tunnels and thick concrete walls. It had 2 10-inch guns mounted on disappearing carriages that could fire their 617-pound shells up to 9 miles away. Underground tours of this battery are available in the summer. The roof has caved in quite a bit in the center. Doesn't look very stable. Steve spotted an eagle way up there soaring. Got my eagle earrings on today. The boys really had fun exploring the Battery Pratt area, which was built to protect against enemy ships as well as submarine mines in the Columbia River. The gun here is a replica of the original 6-inch rifle mounted on a disappearing carriage. Smells musty and old down there. On June 21st, 1942, Japan made a surprise attack on the fort during World War II. An Imperial Japanese Navy submarine, the I-25, surfaced nearby and fired 17 shells toward Fort Stevens for 16 minutes. There were no casualties from the 9 shells that were actually fired at the fort. The fort's baseball backstop was damaged, and the shells created some craters in the area, including one by Delora Beach, where we took the detour for our beach drive. This surprise attack marked the first time a U.S. mainland military base was attacked by foreigners since the War of 1812.
It's a shell.
Shell room?
There's still a shell.
There's
in
a
there.
shell, wow.
It's a trap for bringing all the shells and powder out here.
Come on, find another passage.
The approximate site of the Catsup Indian village known as
Is it ketchup? Clatsop?
Clatsop, Nehalem, which translates into place where the salmon pemmican was made. It was the largest village in the area, used as a summer base camp for fishing and trading. During the latter part of the Civil War, when the government began constructing Fort Stevens earthworks, the indigenous people who still lived in the area were forced to move.
Oh. This fort was really isolated. There were no roads or bridges, and it was served only by boat.
So the World War II barracks and the automotive school from 1941. None of the buildings remain, but the area once hummed with activity. The foundation remnants you see directly here were the boiler room and the restrooms. The rest of the building was wooden and set on concrete piers. The barracks housed up to 65 men.
Take us to Astoria. the oldest settlement west of the Rocky Mountains, dating back to 1811, when there was a Fort Astoria built there. This is a drawbridge that we're going across. How cool is that? I don't know that we've ever driven across a drawbridge before. That's pretty crazy.
Proceed about 1 mile to your destination.
Look at that statue.
Astoria.
So we're gonna throw away our trash that we found at the beach, and we're gonna put it in a trash can in Astoria so it can go to the proper place, the dump, not the beach.
This bottle's from China too.
Oh my. After checking out the 14th Street Riverview Park, more like a pier, we tried to find a place for dinner. We just couldn't leave the Oregon coast without getting another fresh seafood meal. Who would have known that it would be so challenging to find a place to eat? Look at that. That just made it for me. A lot of the restaurants in Oregon are closed on certain days of the week or only open until 6 p.m., and we usually eat dinner later than that. David has to have something with crab. So Daddy's gonna order some crab cakes from the Sea Crab House across the water from Astoria Brewing Company, which is what we finally decided on for eating our dinner tonight. They've got a great view and good prices, and we're glad to finally be sitting to eat something. Just had to order this Marion berry shake and split it up between the four of us because I walked by when we came in and somebody else had one, and I was like, we have to get that. It just looks so, what do you say, delicioso? Delicioso?
I got fish and chips.
I got a fish burger.
Halibut. I got halibut too. It looks good, and it comes, the halibut too comes with a view. And what did David get?
I got fish and chips.
And
got the crab cake. It's literally a crab cake.
after our yummy seafood dinner, we drove across the Astoria-Megler Bridge to another state, Washington. At 4 miles long, the Cantilever Bridge is the longest continuous truss bridge in North America, and when it was completed in 1966, it was the longest continuous truss bridge in the world. Wow, this bridge is crazy cool. Don't drive off of it. We are driving over the Columbia River. I wonder how wide it is. It's massive. We are approaching the end of the 101 that we've been driving on for the last week and a half. of the 101 in Oregon.
We found the end of the road. We've all officially traveled the entire Oregon coast. Check.
Thank you to our driver.
So our Oregon bucket list. Did we see a lighthouse?
Check.
Did we watch waves crashing on a rocky coast?
Check.
Did we ride on a jet boat?
Check.
How about riding a horse on the beach?
Check.
Spotting a whale?
Check.
Catching a crab?
Check.
And drive every mile of Highway 101.
Check.
We stayed long enough in Washington to use the bathroom at a rest stop and get a picture of Daniel's first time in the state. Good morning, Daniel. From Fort Stevens State Park. Good morning, David. Good morning. We arrived late last night, and this morning when we woke up early, it was raining, and it's supposed to rain for 5 days straight here now. And there's mosquitoes everywhere. They're disgusting. We've never had any of the mosquitoes along the whole coast, and then here they're terrible. Anyways, we're trying to get out of here so we can make it to our next destination before it starts raining there. We'll see how we do. We are going to a place I'm really excited about this morning for breakfast. And guess what they sell there? Coffee and or waffles. And they look really amazing. Like they have different flavors and really weird kinds.
Maple allegedly bacon?
It smells like bacon. And really yummy kinds. Very Nutella.
I want to get a yummy kind like chocolate.
So we're gonna go do that and then head out of Astoria from there.